Imagine the darkest, coldest grip of the medieval winter. Behind the thick walls of castles, in the smoky huts of peasants, and under the hard arches of cathedrals. Life momentarily stops. Today, we are traveling to the greatest holiday of the Middle Ages, a time when ancient pagan traditions, deep faiths, and 12 days of non-stop feasting merged to lay the foundation for our modern Christmas. What did New Year's actually mean back then? Was it January 1st? And how did they survive this brutal 12-day marathon of celebration? Get ready, let's step through the time portal. To truly understand medieval Christmas, we must look backward to the spirits of the forest and the return of the sun. The Church, in its genius, didn't abolish popular winter festivals. It cleverly baptized them, especially the Roman Saturnalia and the Norse Yule. Yule, at the deepest point of winter, this was the festival of the sun's rebirth. Massive oak logs, the Yule log, would be burned for hours or even days, decorating trees with evergreen holly and ivy. That comes straight from this ancient pagan ritual. Since the exact date of Christ's birth was unknown, the Church made a power move. It Christianized these incredibly popular winter celebrations, setting the birth of Jesus on December 25th. This was a massive cultural transition. The fasting of Advent was over. The hard work was done. The feasting could begin. This wasn't just a day, it was a frantic 12-day sprint of celebration. From the peasant's hut to the royal home, everyone looked forward to the Christmas feast. But, as you can imagine, the difference between rich and poor was spectacular. Lords and kings would host enormous banquets lasting 4 days, sometimes feeding hundreds. And the menu, it was all about status and spice. After fasting, meat was back. Thick roast boar pheasants and the ultimate status symbol, the peacock. It would be cooked, then redressed in its own feathers before serving. Imagine the scene. But the party didn't stop with food. Entertainment was key. Minstrels, jesters, and jugglers performed. People would play games, often involving masks and role-playing, to inject much-needed fun into the dark winter. The custom of gift-giving was also strong, typically of January 1st or Epiphany. Lords gifted their servants clothing, food, or money. It was a crucial act to reinforce the social bonds of the community. Now, about New Year's Day. When did the medieval world start its calendar? The simple answer: it depended. In many places, the year began on Christmas or Labor Day. January 1st was acknowledged by the Church as the Feast of the Circumcision, 8 days after Jesus' birth. Religious observance continued. The true peak of the celebration, though, was Epiphany on January 6th, the 12th day. This marked the visit of the three kings, and it closed the party with the grandest feast of all. The highlight, the king cake. A special cake baked with a bean or a small toy inside. Whoever found the token was crowned the king or queen of the bean for the night, ruling the feast. As the fires of the Yule log slowly faded, and the 12 days of revelry drew to a close, what remained was a fundamental truth. The celebratory spirit that traveled through the mist of the Middle Ages shows us that the human spirit will always seek the light, even in the coldest winter. We are separated from this era by centuries, yet their hopes, their fears, and their extraordinary traditions still resonate. The past is not merely history, it is a tapestry of life, waiting for us to re-examine. In the single, fleeting holiday, we have seen the stark contrast between the extreme indulgence of the feast and the fierce devotion of the fates, revealing the period that lay just beneath the surface of medieval society. We've scraped back the centuries to illuminate a lost time. We have seen the past, the fates, and the fury of a medieval Christmas. But believe me, this is just one shimmering thread pulled from a grand, untold story. One piece of the incredible world waiting to be reborn. If you want to dive deeper into the forgotten lives, the astonishing architecture, and the broader realities of this age, know that the journey has just begun. Until then, keep history alive